It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in a little town called Dillsburg. And I've been a demonstrator over 18 years. So pretty crazy considering I signed up for a discount. If you're on, please say hello. Tell me where you're watching from this evening. I have a few things to go over with you, and then we're going to go right into making our fun fold tonight. It seems like May didn't end the easy fun folds that I want to share with you. So I have a pretty card tonight for you. But let's talk about the mini catalog and the fact that it's leaving us at the end of this month. And there is so much good stuff in here, guys. It's crazy, right? So make sure you're taking advantage of that last chance product special. Okay, if you do not have a demonstrator and you do not have access to the last chance list, make sure you reach out to me in the comments and I will make sure to get that to you. But there are tons of products on here that will be leaving. And if you see this column over here and here, you can see that there's lots of products that are discounted, some up to 50% off. So lots of good things to grab. And you don't want to miss out. You don't want to have FOMO when the catalog disappears, right? Hi, Betty. So make sure you're taking advantage of that last chance special. And again, if you need a copy of that, just reach out to me in the comments or message me, and I will make sure to get you a copy of that. And then also going on from now until the end of the June is our BOGO 50%. So it's buy one, get one at 50% off sale on all of our kit collection products. So go to my website. Hi, Corinne. Go to my website and you can click on Shop Now. And you can see the kit collections and check all of those out. One little tip, make sure you put the most expensive one in second to get that one at the 50% discount. So if you want to order two of one thing, you do have to order them separately. So enter the item number twice. But the second item is the one that you'll get the 50% discount on. Hi, Thelma. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. So this goes on through June 30th. This is my website. Again, if you don't have a demonstrator you're working with, I would love for you to shop there and I will be happy to help you with any questions you might have. And if it's your first order with me, you'll receive a small welcome gift from me in the mail then too. So check out the BOGO sale. And I believe today is June 7th. So there's still time to grab the paper pumpkin. For June, it is the pick of the crop. It's farmer market kind of themed, 9 cards with envelopes, plus a cute little canvas tote. And if you are already a Paper Pumpkin subscriber or you subscribe before June 10th, you will be able to pick up some additional canvas totes. You can purchase some additional ones if you like to. So I'm anxious to see that canvas tote because I do a lot of packaging with my retreats and things, and I'm wondering if that might help me out in those efforts. Hi, Tina. How you doing? And then one last thing. I do my Just Cards every month. Each month, it's a different set of cards. This month, these are the 5 cards that you earn for free or can purchase the kits, whichever you prefer. To earn them for free, you just need to enter a minimum $30 product order on my website, addictedstamper.stampinup.net. Use June's host code. That's the trigger to tell me you want the class, right? Hi, Carol. Good to see you. These are the 5. You will receive the entire kit. So you'll get the cardstock, the embellishments, the ribbons, bows will be tied for you, designer series paper, everything is cut to size. You receive a color PDF via email. And if you're local, you can come to the in-person class, or you can choose to have them mailed to you. The postage is $4 to send these out. And again, you get all the supplies. You just need to provide the inks, the adhesive, and of course the stamps. We are not able to stamp images for you, so you need to have those items available, whether they're the ones I'm using or different ones. You can certainly substitute, right? If you just want the class and you don't want to place an order, then it's just a $15 class fee. You can come to the in-person class again if you're local, and if not, then the $4 postage to get those shipped to you. But we have a lot of fun at Just Cards, and I usually do that class the second Wednesday of every month, and there's 2 sessions that you can choose from. Hi, Debbie, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Oh, and one more thing, right? We made this really cool card on last Tuesday night, right? That little fun fold there with the flap over. And then we used the He's the Man Designer Series paper and a bunch of different greetings. And of course, I showed you how to do the reverse stamping. So if you missed last Tuesday, go back and watch the video and it'll show you how you get your mugs going 2 different directions. And I also showed you what I'm calling the faux glass, for lack of a better term, right? I tried everything. I think I mentioned that. I tried vellum. I thought that would look like a frosty mug. I didn't love that. But that's just window sheet. Used seal to mount that onto the stamped and die cut mug. And it's pretty cool, I think. So, and then I showed you also how to get that bend in your stamp, in your photopolymer stamps. So the winner of this card is Christy Newton. Christy, I don't know if you're on, but congratulations. And I'm sure I'm going to see you shortly. So I will give this to you the next time I see you, my friend. All right. With that being said, we have another fun fold for you tonight, another easy fun fold. This was actually one of my club cards last month, I think. I don't know, time flies, doesn't it? It really does. And we are going to use some purples. If you follow me at all, you know I am a purple fanatic, right? I love me some purples. And we are using the Honeybee Home Bundle. That's in the mini catalog as well. And then the Happiness Abounds. We're just going to use a greeting from the Happiness Abounds. So, but the Honeybee Home is pretty cool. And you have a couple of different little bees in there. There's 3 actually. Some really nice scripted greetings, your floral images, and look at your die set. You got lots of dies to cut out, all 3 of your bees, all your stamped floral images, and then you've got some other detailed dies along with some greenery and some floral images as well. So it is a nice bundle. It's actually part of the Sweet Collection, or was part of the Sweet Collection with Blessings from Home. So those are the stamps that we're going to be using. This is what I call a gatefold card. And it is an easy fold. So if you're looking for something a little extra special for someone, then this is a really good card to put together. She loves this card. Thelma got to make this card last month because she's in my club. So we have Fresh Freesia, 5.5 by 8.5. I did score this. Now don't worry about measurements. You don't have to write anything down. I will put them all up for you after the video. You will be able to come back in about a half hour, 40 minutes. And the all the measurements and everything will be there for you. So no worries. Just sit back, relax. Now, that is scored. I think it's a 2 1/4 or 2 1/8. But I don't score this side. And the reason I don't score this side is that sometimes the paper might just be 1/8 of an inch off, or I might be 1/8 of an inch off lining it up on my paper trimmer. So what I do is I fold it over and then butt it up against the other side. Get it nice and snug there. And then I'll bring my bone folder in and crease that. And the reason I do that is now I'm guaranteed not to have a gap where what's underneath is showing through, right? So that's just a little trick I've picked up over the years. Some people like it. Some people prefer to score it on both sides. It is entirely up to you, whatever your preference is. All right, I've got some Orchid Oasis that's going to mount on our front gate, if you will. Okay, and then I have some of the Heart and Home designer paper. I particularly like this paper because of the wood grain, but the other sides are so pretty as well. So whatever side you prefer, you can absolutely choose to use that. But lots of different whitewashed wood grains on the flip sides of these patterns. We're going to go ahead and mount these first. Got 2 of those. See, that side even has purple in it. This is a very, very pretty set of papers. All of our papers are beautiful, right? Hey, guess what, guys? I got a sneak peek of the upcoming catalog. It is fabulous. I do not know how Stamping Up does it every time. Hello, Miss Carol. Yeah, every year I call it the Christmas catalog. It is the July through December catalog, but I'm an old dog, right? What do they say? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I've been around for a lot of years, a lot of Christmas catalogs. So you can call it the July through December mini, the J-D mini, or you can just be like me and call it the holiday catalog, because it is filled with holiday goodness. It's got Christmas, it's got fall, it's got Halloween. I think there's even a little bit of Thanksgiving in there. Lots and lots of fun things. So you're gonna love it. I'm telling you now. You'll probably be receiving them. Those of you that are on my mailing list should be receiving them, I would think, in a week or two. Probably more like 2. We're still fairly early in the month, but you're gonna love it. And if you would like to see a sneak peek of some of the products, I'm going to share what was in my first pre-order Sunday night at 8 over on my Facebook page. So come check us out over there, and you'll get to see that. Are there any great stuff in that mini catalog? Oh yeah, Karine, there's a lot of great stuff in that. Lots and lots. So I have just a scalloped contour piece cut here that's going to go on yet another piece of Orchid Opulence. We're going to set that right there for a minute. We're going to do a little stamping. And there will also be, as there usually is in the summer, we're going to have a celebration as well in July. July and August will be celebration. We have a special offer to come become part of the team and get your product at a discount at a minimum. So make sure you stay tuned for that information. So I have the floral image from that Honeybee home, and I'm going to stamp that right on here. Now, these blocks, as I get older, oh, well, we're going to do that again. And I'm going to take my ink pad to my stamp. I usually do that with larger stamps or longer stamps. For some reason, I was trying to make it happen. It didn't happen. But I do hold the block like this. It's just a little bit easier for my hands as I get older, and I'm developing my dad's hands. My poor dad suffered terribly with arthritis in his fingers. And my brother and I were comparing our fingers this last week while we were together, because we're starting to look like our father's hands. We are going to color that in with some blends. I'm also going to go ahead, before I go too far, with that black Memento, and we're going to stamp one of those bumblebees. Such a cute little image. It's okay that I caught an edge there, because of course we're going to die cut that out, right? So the colors that I am using, I have the light soft Succulent, I have the light and dark fresh Freesia, and I have the dark Orchid Opulence. And I'm just going to use the dark Orchid Opulence for in the centers of these flowers, just to give it a little more depth, if you will. What is your favorite floral stamp set that Stampin' Up! Is offering right now? Do you have a favorite? And I'm going to use some of the dark fresh Freesia. And I am a bullet tip person. If you are a brush tip, that's fine. I love that we have options. I'm going over where the artist or the designer of the stamp set put the, for lack of a better term, hash marks into the stamp. Kind of gives me an idea of where to add the depth or the shadow. Then I'll come back in with my light. Hard to choose just one. I know, there's a ton of them, aren't there? Guess what? That was the light. Sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of vision problem today. Let's come back and put that in with the dark now. What do you say? There is a lot. And you know, it's funny because we often ask, like on our leader calls and things, about all the floral stamp sets, and you know what they tell us? Those are the ones that sell. We all love the flowers, and I'm guilty of it. If you look at my rack of stamps, you'll see a lot of floral images. I don't know about you guys, but you will. I do love the blends. Now you do know, of course, with the blends, you want to be using the Memento, as I did, to stamp your image. A little secret I will share with you, maybe not such a secret, but you know, when we originally got the blends, we had to use the Memento. Well, I've experimented, because no one would ever call me a rule breaker, but sometimes I like to experiment. And you can actually stamp in some of our regular inks. I wouldn't use StazOn. Never would I use StazOn because it's a solvent-based ink, right? But you can absolutely use some of our regular inks and still use your blends. You have to experiment. You have to play around. Be careful. Don't you necessarily go with your lightest colors over those regular ink pads until you're sure it's not going to bleed on you. Just because you don't want to pick that light color up into your alcohol marker. Okay. And then we'll add a little soft succulent. This is the light. I think I did mention that. But I do like when the detail lines are put in for us. And because these these leaves are so small, I didn't actually go ahead and add in Evergreen. I figured the black is giving me the detail, right? So there we go. There's our stamped image. We're going to quickly add some yellow to our bumblebee. This is light Daffodil Delight that I'm using. And those wings just are begging for some Nature's Prints. That's a good one. That's a really good one, Debbie. Just begging for a little bling here, right? So we're going to go ahead and add some of the Wink of Stella. Who doesn't love the wink, right? It's got to have a little bling. All right. And then we will take these to the die cutting machine, and we will come back with the magic of television and have our images all die cut. How cute are they? All right, let's bring back in our contour frame, and we're going to bring in the happy birthday. Actually, this is from Paradise Palms, the happy birthday that I'm going to use on this card. I love the shape and the size of that stamp. I use it a lot. And we are going to do our best, she says, hopefully, to get that straight. Oh, we did pretty good. That's the Orchid Oasis that I'm using. We're going to flip these guys over and give them some dimension. And I'm going to bring in that greenery die that I showed you. This is what it cuts out like. So we're going to bring a couple of these in, and we're going to mount those as well. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool for the small. I love the sun prints paper. Yeah, that's really pretty too. I think I just used that for something. I just finished designing Thursday's coffee and cards, and it's going to focus on a retiring paper. That'll be at 10 o'clock over on my Facebook page. So I'm using the minis for two reasons. One, they fit pretty well at the very top of the images. Also, it's what my hand landed on in the drawer. And of course, the little bumblebee needed the minis too, right? So, and then I use my take your pick tool, and I can usually get up to 4 of the backings off. I find it really hard to beat the designer papers that Stampin' Up makes. The different techniques that they use, the paint pouring that they had on the Waves of Inspiration Designer Series paper. I know that's not what the paper was called, but it was from that suite of products or that collection of products. They're just beautiful. All right, we're going to grab a little bit of Tombow here. And we're going to put down some of the greenery. I like adding a little bit extra greenery when I have a stamped floral image. Apparently I put my finger in the stamped floral images too. So we're going to put that one right there. And then we'll bring in one more and go the other direction with it. I'm also a very asymmetrical stamper, or symmetrical, I should say, not asymmetrical. So I like things to be balanced. And then I can put this right down there. And I can put our little bee up in the corner. I don't know whoever came up with the idea of the dimensionals, but I find it really hard to make a card without dimensionals. How about you guys? Do you use a lot of dimensionals? We're going to mount that onto our Orchid Oasis background. This is a quick card, even with the coloring, right? Now, the trick here is that we are only going to mount it on one side or the other. And you can decide when you create your card if you wanted to open with the focal image on the right or the left. I'm usually the left side, just the way my brain works, I guess. So I'm only going to put about 3 stripes of seal on there. You could use Seal Plus, you could use Tombow. You just want to be careful that you don't overlap and end up sealing your card shut. So we want to try to make that as centered as possible and as straight as possible. And that's more of a challenge than it normally is. Oh, Carol, I'm sorry. I did get mine. I got mine. I think I had mine by the end of the week last week. Hopefully it's coming and you'll have it soon. I mean, is that straight? I hope that's straight, guys. I can't really tell today. And then we're just going to go ahead and put an inside greeting in to go along with that. And I really did like the, where'd it go? I just had it. Oh, there it is. I really do like that greeting, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. And that is, of course, from that brand new Happiness Abounds set. Carol. Oh my goodness, ladies. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah, I wish we had them in hand as demonstrators. I wish we had them in hand when we could order, because it is much easier to order from a catalog than a PDF, I know. Okay. This in, and then we'll just add one more thing, and this is how quick you can put this pretty gatefold card together. And again, it's my purples, and you know I love my purples. We're going to grab a glue dot. And I have an open weave fresh Freesia ribbon that we're going to mount down here to tie all of our ends together. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. I opened an old box of glue dots I found in the back of my cabinet, and I'm so happy because the glue dots are on the right side that they should be on. And there we go. What do you think? Quick and easy, right? All right, guys. Hey, that was quick and easy. Look at that. Half an hour. We don't usually do that in a half an hour. I hope you like that. Everybody in club really seemed to like this one. And again, I've got some purple lovers in my club too. So it made them happy to play with the purples. Thanks, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. The grasses do make a difference. Yeah, it makes it a fuller floral image, right? Absolutely. All right. So if you want to see more of me, follow me over on Facebook, like my business page, and make sure you follow as well, because I know the notifications are all funky over there now. And I'll be on 10 o'clock Thursday morning. That's the plan right now anyway. And I've got some fun projects to share with you over there. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you're watching the replay, thumbs up, comments, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell if you're not following me on YouTube. I appreciate it, ladies. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.